right, here we go. Hide that. Put this off. Set that up. Wait for Gibby to stop getting drunk off screen. Because, Gibby is definitely an alcoholic. But it's alright. We love him anyways.
Keep going. Keep watching.
I know, he's on right now.
I'm sorry. Keep watching.
And,
It's fine.
but it's another Sunday. I know we missed last Sunday. Welcome to the show. Taking a little bit of pain meds because I might be, or I might not be, a little bit hungover.
Back to the and then all the way to the other side.
No.
It's also your chart.
Anyways,
Because
we left off last time we were on the show
Oh, was it?
that
I am not an alcoholic, thank you very much.
you're
Have not
professional.
drank in like 2 years, so
Haven't drank on a Saturday in 2 years.
no, I completely have not drank in like 2 years. Like I have completely, like maybe a beer every now and then, just to for social.
See, you're an alcoholic.
Huh?
You're an alcoholic.
A single beer because I'm out of
Yeah.
the bar, eating.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, okay. All right, Jolly Green Giant. Let me see how many handles you can clear in a year. Then we'll talk.
We're gonna need some time for that one.
Yeah. Let's count the 1, little 2, little 3, little vodkas, 4, little 5, little
Vodkas.
6, Captain Morgan's.
Okay, what? Sir, I am a gentleman. I drink whiskey.
Oh, you drink Maker's Mark. Sorry.
Goddamn right.
The one whiskey I can never get behind was Wild Turkey.
You know what? It's such a trash liquor. You know what I mean? And
It doesn't pair with shit. I don't care what
no, it
anybody
doesn't.
says. Wild Turkey doesn't pair with shit. I tried Mountain Dew. I tried Coke. I tried Pepsi.
Dr. Pepper.
I tried everything. Just nothing tastes good with Wild Turkey. That is a liquor you drink when you're trying to forget something.
Yeah, that's a wake up the next day and who are you and what bed am I in?
Wake up the next morning like I can taste the 2 packs of cigarettes I had last night. I can still
Yeah.
taste it. I can taste all of the people that I told to go fuck themselves in a 10-minute span.
I don't want apology to my grandma kind of shit,
Yeah, like you see your phone on your nightstand and you're just like, I don't want that thing to exist today. I don't want to see what I did. I don't want to go through it. And then your bank's calling you like, hey, there was a $2,000 charge to a place called the Mighty Midget. Do you want to explain what that is? Nope. Click.
Right? It's fraud. It's fraud.
It's fraud. Charge it off. Then you get a call from the place. Hey, you spent quite a money. Why did it get charged back? It's just like, oh, this is going to be one of them days. That is a great. Oh, okay. I want to text you because I don't like it, but I like it at the same time. When I'm working third shift in a factory, that's for some reason when I get ideas. I thought of a cool little story point. So in most mangas and animes and actually any action things in general, when they're going into a big fight scene or they have this grandiose thing before they, show their prowess, you hear a backstory all the time. You get a backstory with every single thing. What I would love to see, this more applies to people that are doing a one-on-one fight, like a fist fight, but this guy having a backstory and then details starting to get messed up in said backstory, and he recognizes it, and then it comes back to present life, and he's just getting fucking rocked on. So, like, that's just the beginning stages of concussion happening because while he was thinking of his backstory, he was getting his ass whooped.
I think I've seen something like that once, and it was in a comedy type
See,
anime.
I feel like I've heard that before, but I can't pinpoint exactly to where it's at. Also, I would like to give a friend little update on my reading list this year. Since we are
How's that
now
going?
May 5th. So far, I've got 3 books under my belt this month. Currently on book number 3. They have been Red Rising, which is amazing.
I haven't heard of it, truth be told.
Oh, God, dude. Okay. Let me go through the books and then I'll explain real quick. So we had Red Rising. I had to get a little palate cleanser because it's a lot. Coraline was next. But And okay, so like I see people on TikTok say like, "Oh, if you like the Coraline movie, you'll love the book. It's a lot scarier." And I listened to it and I was like, "This is a 1-for-1 shot of the movie." Like there is nothing that's in the book that's not in the movie. The only thing that was different was Wybie. Wybie wasn't in the book. That's it. The rest of it was parallel, shot for shot. So
most of the time when it comes to anything like produced by what's his name, I don't tend to really look into the source material.
Tim Burton.
Yeah.
There was source material for a lot of his shit.
Yeah.
I thought it was just brain children. I knew Coraline. What's that one? Wait a minute. What's that fucking Sweeney Todd? There we go.
Sweeney Todd was a Stephen Sondheim production. And
Oh, really? Was it?
Yeah, it was a whole Broadway play. It has been for years.
Oh, yeah. No, I didn't know that. I just watched the movie and assumed that was it. So I didn't know Coraline was a book. If you want me to be honest,
Stephen Sondheim said that it was his favorite adaptation of his play. So I was like,
well, I mean, those Tim Burton has earned his right as a director as one of those. If the movie is in his hands, like if he's doing something with your material and turning it into a production, you have a small sliver to worry that it's going to suck.
and people argue that the Alice in Wonderland sucked. I enjoyed them, but I
I thought they were great.
I enjoyed them. I also thought they hit the idea that it's all mad, all kind of crazy on the head.
I think the problem with Alice in Wonderland is you have way too many people that want to take it. In my eyes, it's the same as the Wizard of Oz. You go into the Wizard of Oz wanting a big, grandiose, magical adventure where things are pretty and beautiful and light, and the villain is in a dark black castle surrounded by a dark room with flying monkeys. And when you see the dark tones of it, the people don't like that because they're so used to the base material. And I like my dark. I like when Alice in Wonderland did the dark stuff. I liked Alex McGee's Alice Madness Returns.
Yeah.
I loved those. I love seeing people take the Alice IP and make it dark and twisted and make it seem like it's not supposed to be happy, but it's supposed to be like psychological.
The entire goddamn thing was written on an acid trip. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, you can't tell me somebody wrote that entire thing sober.
Yeah, apparently the guy was experimenting with drugs.
Hell yeah,
Took a
brother.
massive hit of acid, got lost, and woke up like a couple of days later, and there was a manuscript for Alice in Wonderland, or through the Looking Glass, as it's properly called. But yeah, that's a lot of people think that's why there's so many like nonsense words in it, like the Jabberwocky. You know what I mean?
Oh, I wholesale believe that. Like you can't read something like that and expect a sober person wrote it. No
Right.
way in hell. So the book I first read was Red Rising.
Right.
It's about in very small, minute places. It's like Hunger Games because split into different districts, but instead it's split into different colors, like red, black, green, orange, purple, obsidian. Like they're split into colors.
Right.
But the difference is Katniss didn't alter her body to be a part of the Hunger Games, whereas the main character, I'm going to try and say this right, but every time I hear it in the audiobook, my brain doesn't process that that's how it's said.
The glitches.
It's just like that's not. But the guy who's reading it is Irish.
Oh
So
shit.
like it's you could definitely tell this book was rooted heavily in like Irish
Culture.
Irish idealism and culture. Like it is very heavily influenced just by the names and how they talk and some of the euphemisms they use. You could definitely see it. But the main character's name is Darrow. Darrow. And the entire time I thought the guy was saying Daryl and I just wasn't processing it correctly.
But you pronounce it like Darrow. Darrow.
Exactly.
Yeah, Darrow.
Right there. That is exactly how he pronounces it. So every time I heard it, I was like, he's saying this fucking wrong. I know he is. And then I pick up the book and I read it and I'm like, oh no shit, that is actually how it's pronounced.
Yeah, Darrow.
Yeah, but it's real good. It's a uprising story. It's a fighting the government. It's a very good story if you're into the lower class rising against the upper class sort of book. If that's your like niche or cup of tea, please go read Red Rising. If you don't read the entire series, just read that. It's got a really, really heavy start. Like it kind of takes a minute to go fucking chug-a-lugging along. But once he gets where he's going, the book just doesn't stop. And I'm on the second one, which is Golden Sun, and it is great. I'm in the last 4 hours. It's entertaining to read. There are some points where you're looking at it like this is somehow written for teens, and then you hear more of it and you're like, oh my God, that is not. Like there's a big plot point, which I'm not going to explain to it too much, but they have it to where people get publicly executed in town square if they mess up, if they go against the law, like public execution on the TV, and it's placed on Mars. So obviously the gravity is a little lower than what Earth is.
Right.
And to prove a point, the Golds, who are supposed to be the higher echelon of people in this story, make the person who is getting necked, loved ones, yank on their legs to prove a point to the rest of the colors. It's fucking dark sometimes.
I hate the way you say colors. Like,
but unfortunately, that's how they're separated. That's how they're separated in this. But I'm not, and I know how it sounds. It sounds terrible. It sounds like decolored, but I'm not. No, I'm saying the colors. Like, unfortunately, that's pinks are prostitutes, blues are nerds, reds are the coal miners, yellows are slaves, obsidians are like me no brain, me just fight, me bred to fight. And then you got the Golds, who are the higher echelon of people, like the presidents, the governors, the
1%.
Yeah, the 1%. That's what the Golds are. And because of this book, they have certain phrases. Obviously, like you read a book, and then they say a phrase consistently, and you start bringing it into your real life. I've been saying "my Goodman" more than anything. My Goodman. What do you mean, my Goodman?
I think that almost happened with Choom when I was playing Cyberpunk.
Choom?
Yeah, Choomba.
That's a weird one. That one's a little too close to Chomo for me, so I think I'm good on that one.
Well, it's short for Choomba, which is like their version of like Homie or Ese Rato or whatever, you know?
My Choom. What's up, my Choom?
Yeah. What's up, Choom? Yeah, it's awesome. Like, well, it's Cyberpunk, so it's like, what's up, Choom? And like one of the last lines of the character is even whatever, Choom. Like, I give a shit, and then they die. But that's kind of like, yeah, I don't mind when that happens when it's good. I mind when it happens when like it's something super weird like Choom. You know what I mean? Like Choom's not something you hear very often. You don't hear it like at all. But like My Goodman is something that's you could kind of like. Oh, I think I heard that in a fucking Peaky Blinders episode or something.
Yeah, it's catchy. Like, it doesn't sound like you're pulling it off of some niche media reference from 85 years ago. Like, My Goodman sounds like something you'd hear when you're talking to somebody of the 1%.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so it's an uprising book. Been on a lot of those lately, huh?
Yeah.
That's good. Then that's good. No, because it's good because there's a lot of language in it that is used specifically for those types of scenarios, and a lot of sentence structures and the way that they communicate is used specifically for types of those books. So it's really cool that you're like, expanding out, like the way that you read.
Man, the one I am trying to. I need to give all types of like reading literature genres like a chance, I can only do science fiction so much. That is my one genre that I have to be in the mood for, or it's just not fucking happening. Not happening.
Well, you know, I love dystopian. Sci-fi for me sometimes. Sometimes I kind of lose track of like what's happening because there's so many like I guess exclusive terms and ways that they say things. You know, like what? Hold on, they said that this meant this, but this meant this. This is also this. Like, god damn it, like dystopian shit, like Blade Runner, like Cyberpunk. I love that shit so much. I can't get enough of it.
See, I liked Cyberpunk, but it has here. Let me get away from the trees here because like it's covering just where my face is at. I like Cyberpunk to an extent. Like the videos I send you on TikTok, where the guy is like an underground person that does all the modifications. Like I know it's AI slop and I know it's AI shit. It's still cool. Thank you. Like it's still cool to me. I still like the whole idea of, well, my body doesn't work anymore. Well, here's a chip in your left arm that will have all of your brain waves make your arm work the way it should. I think that's cool. I like the way Edge Runners did it. I feel like the power system in that just wasn't accurately fleshed out. Like they're just like, hey, there is a line you have to cross before cybernetics start taking over your body, and you're like, okay, where's that line?
It's different for every person. No, they literally say that it's different for every person. That like for instance, Adam Smasher stopped being human a long time ago. Not in the sense
that was the big guy, right? Like the big old
gigantic guy. Yeah, that's the guy at the end. But Adam Smasher stopped being human a long time ago. Not in the sense of his body, but literally this guy is no longer here. So the cyberpsychosis,
he's no longer with us mentally.
Yeah, he checked out a while ago. So the cyberpsychosis didn't affect him. And then you have V from the games. V also didn't suffer from cyberpsychosis because his mind is literally inhabited by two people. So he like the cyberpsychosis couldn't get to him. Then you have some of the other people in the world that don't suffer from cyberpsychosis because they're rich enough to afford the implants that make minimal modifications, like the Japanese guy that you play with in the game. He was heavily modified, but all his shit was so minuscule, you know what I mean? It was structurally, so he didn't have to suffer from it. But then you got people like David from Edge Runners who go full bore. And who was broke his donkey piss.
Yeah,
and so he didn't have, when he was getting modded up or chromed up, he didn't have the money to afford pain relief or anything else like that. So like that burden stayed with him. So yeah, he went full cyber psycho.
See, I guess when I say science fiction, I texted you about this. Like you already know where I'm going. I tried Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Like I didn't watch the movie. I heard about it being listed as people's like top 10 science fiction novels of all time. And I know it was a play, so I might listen to that and give that a different shot.
Watch the movie.
Just watch the movie?
Just watch the movie.
Okay. I think my problem with science fiction when it comes to stuff like that is using a lot of words that don't make fucking sense to me. But the way they say it, it's supposed to be
part of the vernacular, yeah.
Yeah, like it's just known vocabulary, and you're like, what the fuck is a snifflepucks? What the hell is a Verulian gem? What is all of this? And they're like, well, you don't know it. Well, you're dumb. And I'm like, motherfucker, what do you mean I don't know what this is?
I just got here.
I just took my boots off. And you've got people here that already have 300 posters on their walls, and I'm supposed to know what the rest of the house looks like. Like, come on.
Yeah. No, yeah, I have the same issue with a lot of sci-fi with that as well, especially when sci-fi authors think they're clever and they're trying to like invent their own language, and you're just like, dude,
Please.
It's not working. Stop
Put a
it.
glossary or something and let people know that there's a glossary in the back. So if somebody, I don't know, like me, who looks at one of those words and it's like, I had a bitch of a time pronouncing it as it is. I don't even know what it means.
Yeah, at least the guy from Cyberpunk does that. He does. In the back of his books, there's a glossary. You can look up the definitions and stuff like that. Somebody already thought of that. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like putting a glossary in the back of your book won't kill you. And I think that's my major problem when it comes to science fiction. Is I understand that a lot of people that do that whole genre take inspiration from like quantum physics or a lot of scientific theories, but it might be me because I'm also not like a huge science person. Like see, and that's the difference. I'm not a huge science person. I didn't like science in school. I don't like science in my daily life. I know when you're going to use science, everything, it's the same as math. I just don't like it. It doesn't appeal to me. Do I like when things explode when you miss two things together? Absolutely. Like I've done works in tinfoil. Like, come on. I know about that. You're laughing because you've done it at one point.
I ain't saying shit.
I ain't saying shit about that. Never use a glass bottle. Do not do that.
I ain't saying nothing.
But yeah, I don't know.
Can't prove nothing.
Can't prove shit. No, that phone's destroyed. So I can't even say shit. Anyways, back to what I was saying. I've also figured out what type of horror I can stand in reading as well. And I wish it didn't come from such a heavy hitter in the horror genre because I don't know all of the types of media he made, but it would be Clive Barker if I'm thinking of the right person. He's the one that did the Hellraiser series, right?
Clive Barker did Hellraiser. Yeah.
Clive Barker.
The Telltale Heart. Yeah.
Yeah, because I also have the Books of Blood in my reading list. So I'm trying to go through those.
There.
Yeah, they're good. I like them. They're not in your face with gore and stuff. It's just like I like my psychological horrors. And right now, I couldn't tell you which story I'm reading, but it deals with a murder in New York City. Mm-hmm. And first we talked to a guy who's just kind of, well, I wanted to move to New York, and now she's a fickle bitch mistress. And then you have the viewpoint of the other guy who is obviously the murderer, and he's just a dude who has poor hygiene and just lives his days and then kills people on the subway. And he's like, I'm getting old. I need to find an apprentice. And that is where I have stopped. That is where, unfortunately, Golden Sun has taken up most of my reading time, when really I'm just trying to find time to fill in until I get the new Dungeon Crawler Carl book this week.
There you go.
And then that's going to be...
I got a request for Smolder. There you go. That's about all I got.
A book?
No, what do you think about the Dungeon Crawler Carl being made into a TV series?
Okay. If it's done correctly, I fuck with it. The only problem, and I know a lot of people are going to be like, well, if it's not Jeff Hayes, don't shut the fuck up, you nerds. Stop letting somebody else read the book to you if you're just going to ride the all holy cock, okay? That's been irritating the hell out of me. It's not about the casting. You can find anybody. If they can do good on the roles, cool, awesome. There's going to be a lot of special effects with this. The special effects budget is going to outweigh the casting budget by a metric fuck ton. So
by a lot.
Yeah. Metric fuck ton is me being nice. So if you have a decent budget and with Seth MacFarlane being the showrunner, I can see it. I can see him sweet talking people.
Seth MacFarlane?
Seth MacFarlane? Yeah, the guy who made Family Guy and all that.
Oh, he's running it. I didn't know he was running it.
He's the showrunner.
Oh.
Yeah, so he, which I mean is good because DCC has a lot. I can't even say that because that is also a old school Dungeons and Dragons rule set, Dungeon Crawler Classics. But Seth MacFarlane picked it up for a TV show. It's supposed to go through Peacock. And yeah, well, if they let Seth MacFarlane be able to do what he wants to do and like work with the special effects that they have and not try to argue with any of it, I think it's going to be amazing. I think it will be great for people that is an introduction to the series. It's going to be like the One Piece live action. And I hope that Matt Dinniman has enough oomph to do what Oda did with the One Piece live action.
And get involved.
Yes. Get involved and say, hey, that's not right. Or like, hey, I don't think it would be that way if I seen this. Because if he doesn't, the show's going to flop. I'm sorry, but if you, as a person who makes media, if you don't sit and sort of guide how the process is going, then you can't complain if it's shit. Like if Persona Mortis were to get a TV show or a cartoon adaptation, and they slaughtered my shit, I'd be like, no, trash it. I don't even want it to see the light of day, because that's not how I envisioned it, and that's not how I'm going to release it to the public.
I mean, that's happened several times in the past. Ken Levine killed the BioShock movie, which then went.
Oh, sorry. Excuse me.
Well, Ken Levine killed the BioShock movie, which turned into the Halo movie, which turned into District 9.
I thought District 9 was Halo.
Yeah, well, before that, it was BioShock.
Oh.
Yeah, even the Gore Verbinski, Peter Jackson, the guys, and several people from the Pirates of the Caribbean, Pirates of the Caribbean crew were going to be working on the BioShock movie. They had already started set building.
I remember seeing the big prop of the Big Daddy, and I was like, oh, that's going to look so cool.
Amazing.
But then we don't want to do it. Have fun.
Well, what happened was there were the script kept coming through, and they kept wanting to change very significant things, and Ken Levine was just like, no. And they kept coming through. Okay, but we can't change this. Well, you concede on this, and Ken Levine was still like, no. Like this is not the script we're gonna work with. This is not what we're gonna do. You're not changing this part of this part of this part. And they were like, okay, but it's not gonna work on screen if we don't. And he was like, yes, it will work on screen. I wrote the fucking thing.
If it works in a video game, as long as you guys, I don't know, do good work with it, it will work.
I think one of the biggest things they wanted to do was change around Jack, the main character. They wanted to. I forgot what the hell they wanted to do.
Were they going off 1 and 2, or were they going off all 3?
One.
They were going off.
It was only one.
One has the most baseline story to work with.
Yeah.
Like out of all 3 of them, now if you go off Infinite, that one's a son of a bitch to like. Yeah, Infinite was rough. Infinite was a rough one. But like
the Flying City of Columbia.
Capitalism bad. Unification good.
Would you kindly?
Oh, dude. Okay. So we've all had those one like spoilers, or like not spoilers, but like twists in video games that you see in that, and you're like, oh shit. Damn. That's great. That's awesome. Would You Kindly is still in my top 5 moments of video games. When I heard that, I was like, dude, that is wild. Because then you think about it and you're like, yeah, every time he asks you to do something, it's, would you kindly go kill the splicer? Would you go kindly kill the Big Daddy? And you're like, I murdered so many people because I got asked nicely to go do it.
Kind of makes you think about just the amount of politeness we don't have in our normal lives, right?
Well, I mean, another one is in Jak and Daxter, which Jak 2. I've argued with so many nerds about this. Jak 2's story makes no sense.
No.
Because in Jak and Dexter make one. You need to go fight the bad guys. They're trying to get Dark Eco. Dark Eco is bad. Go stop bad guys from making Mountains of Dark Eco. Cool, fun little game. Fun little PS2 game. Jak 2, you're in the future, but you're also in the past, because that little boy that you're saving is you, from the past, but you're also in the future. And also Baron Praxis that you've been fighting this entire time is your dad, and he's trying to save the little boy from being an offer to the metalhead leader, which the metalhead leader happens to be the old guy that you have been helping take care of the little kid this entire time. And you're supposed to be the next ruler in the wasteland, and you're just like, what the fuck? Like I lost the plot five hours ago. Now I'm just confused. And the only thing you remember from that entire game is that there's a fat guy with tiny little legs that hangs off his little hovercraft. And every time he talks, like his belly moves 18 times, but his legs only go, they just flap in the wind.
I think
Flap in the wind like a bug holding onto your antenna for dear life.
I think that's why I stopped playing Jack and Daxter games, because they never found their way back.
I raised my blood pressure up.
Yeah, you did. You went off on a little tangent.
Ooh, raised my blood pressure. But yeah, I do like twists and turns like that. It's just it's nice little. That's why I always argue when people say video games are a time-consuming hobby. Now, I will agree if they are more than, what you would do with a normal hobby. I totally agree. I think sitting on Call of Duty for 26 hours in a row, I think that's a little much. I think doing all that. But if you play a game and enjoy the story and it resonates with you in a way, I think that is great.
Well, multiplayer is absolutely a waste of time.
Oh, speaking of multiplayer, I wanted to. So last show, me and Mustard got into a kerfuffle about multiplayer games, and I was thinking about that because I'm like, no, I do like multiplayer games. I don't like competitive multiplayer. That's
you
where
like PvE.
I like PvE, or I like just my buddy Panda just got me onto a game called Super Battle Golf, where all it is golf, but you can fuck with people while you're doing it.
Hell yeah, dude, we play it all the time.
Yeah. So and I enjoy games like that. I just don't like games like The Finals or Call of Duty. Stuff like that. Like,
I like the finals, but I like the finals because,
nothing. I keep going on with what you were saying. I can't say it on. I get yelled at every time I mention the girlfriend on stream. She yells at me.
I mean, I like the finals because it has a really dark meaning to what the trials are. And I think that just like drives me to enjoy it because the way we kind of like disseminated the game, the trials is in the same place as Arc Raiders. And we know what happens in Arc Raiders. So, but the trials happens 80 years before Arc Raiders, and it's a virtual game. It's not real people. These are avatars. It's all digital. So what we were thinking was that people compete in the trials, earn enough money to leave Earth, to go join the rich people in space where they're safe from the Ark.
See, that actually makes sense. And I bet you if Embark sat down and listened to that, they'd be like, son of a bitch, that's actually a really good idea.
They probably have. I guarantee somebody else way better
somebody
than me.
Somebody probably thought about it and they took it to the development team and it's like, the fans aren't going to want that. Like, yeah, sure. We
want that. We want that. We like
games that
connecting
can be in the same universe. No, we don't want them to coexist at all. Not a single bit.
No, yeah.
I just talking to Mustard and thinking about it, I just don't. There was a time in my life where all I did was work, come home, play finals, go to bed. Work, come home, play finals, go to bed. It was just a consistent cycle, so I think I'm just burnt out on competitive. And I don't like people that want to make their heart like 2 inches away from going kablooey. I don't like getting yelled at over some fucking pixels on a screen.
I think
so. I just straight distance myself from it, and I've been enjoying all of the stories that I've been getting from video games, except for Borderlands 4, because I could not tell you what's happening in that game to save my life.
Yeah. I don't know. I like competitive sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. And
I thought just hit me while I'm looking at all the Borderlands here on my other monitor. But go with what you got. It can wait.
I lost it. But anyways,
Oh, you lost the plot. Okay,
Yeah.
so listening, like going through, because like I said, I've been playing 4, and you kind of look at a series and how the writing works. 1 and 2 are cohesive. 1 and 2 make sense because they're on the same planet. They can coexist with each other. They can pull elements from each other to make it work as a larger project.
right there on
3,
Pandora.
we kind of lose the plot on 3, even though it's still on Pandora.
Part of it is.
Part of it's on Pandora, and that's the only place. And I think once they start distancing from the planets, the story kind of loses its umph. Like, I understand you're supposed to expand, but there's a point to where it stops making sense. And I think 3 was that pivotal moment where it stopped making sense. Like, gameplay wise, 3 is awesome. Some of the new mechanics they brought in were dope as hell. With 4, the fact that you could just digistruct your vehicles out of nowhere. I understand the catch a ride was cool, but like, it's nice to not have to walk 85 miles across the map just to get a car, just to traverse that 85 miles again. So it's nice. Did I like Scooter as a character? Yes. Did I like Ellie as a character? Hell yes. I thought
Oh,
she
you got
was,
a problem with me again, you ain't no problem, sons of bitches. I love fucking Scooter, it's funny.
that Scooter was funny as hell. I just think Borderlands 3 tried keeping the humor, but revolved too close to meme humor.
Oh yeah,
Just-
Shooty McShootface. Come on.
Yeah, and then Borderlands 4 was just like, we're throwing about 85 new mechanics, new writers, and everything. Here's hoping for the best. And again, it suffers the same curse that 3 does. The gameplay, love it. Absolutely love it. The open world makes the planet feel alive. The gunplay, some of the guns I don't like just simply because they're charging guns, and I don't like charging guns. That's just me as a human being. But the gameplay is fun. The story, couldn't tell you what's happening even if you put a gun to my head. Not a single fucking idea. I just know the main villain is the timekeeper. That is it. That
I
is
think one of
where
my favorite
knowledge-
parts of Borderlands 3 was the fact that Penn and Teller were in it.
Yeah, I had to look that up because I was like, man, I know that voice from somewhere.
Yeah.
I was playing the boss and I was like, I know that voice from somewhere. Where the hell do I know that from? Then lo and behold, it's Penn and Teller. I did not realize how much shit Penn and Teller have been in. Who's the tall one? Which one is
That's
he?
Penn. Penn Jillette.
That's Penn. Oh, Penn, not Payne. Penn.
Penn. Penn.
Penn. Okay.
Yeah, in that game he is
Oh,
Payne
Penn.
and Teller. Yeah, but no, their names are Penn Jillette and Teller.
Well, so I work third, so I sleep during the day. And
Yeah.
the girlfriend had Friends on TV. I didn't realize he did a guest spot in that, being a
Yeah.
traveling
Us.
encyclopedia salesman. And I was like, is that fucking Penn?
Oh, he does this all the time. Oh, look at me. I can make my heart stop. Clear. Yeah, dude. I love them. They're fucking nuts. But with all that fucking
That
out of
is
the way,
45 minutes of bullshit. How you feeling about that, Bubba?
I love it. I love it. That's what a podcast is. We're here to just talk about bullshit. Like the last iteration of VT Network, we were so rigid in the way we talked about things. I kind of enjoy just fucking around, making people laugh with it. And
See, I do too. It's the rigidness that drives me insane because I'm like, I know we have a repertoire to hit, but I feel like once we hit that repertoire, we are done, and that's all. Like we could just bullshit something.
yeah, and I love doing it because we had good characters, good people that were our hosts.
Gigawatts, Marty.
1.21 gigawatts.
That's one shot ready to die. Is Rick and Morty? I'm ready for that to get its
I am ready for it to go away.
X.
So, heads or tails, who's going to start this?
You start it because I gotta go grab my phone because I don't remember what my last 5 were.
Oh, yeah. This son of a bitch. Shabisky, if you're watching, you're not the only one that's unprofessional. Ben, if you're watching, Shabisky's not the only one that's unprofessional. By the way, we want you both on our show. Our tiny nothing. Huh? Huh? What?
We want to a professional. I think y'all forget that I have an AirPod in. I don't use headphones that tie me to my desk.
We don't.
Well, sorry, I'm in the 21st century. You fucking Jolly Green
No,
Giant.
I mean we don't forget.
God.
We're gonna talk shit. We're gonna talk shit right to you, and you know it. Anyways,
All right, so we doing heads or
we're here to
tails?
finish off our top 5, our top 10 favorite anime of all time, and we did our 10 through 6 or 10 through 5. I'm not quite sure how the numbers
It's 10
work.
through 6 because I
So-
ended off on One Piece.
Yeah, so we're gonna pick up on number 5, and for me, it's one of the animes that actually had a gigantic input in the way I viewed media and the way I viewed writing, and that's Princess Mononoke. This anime was so beautiful to me. The gore, the violence, the political talk that happened in the movie, it was all so inspiring to me. Like, I did not think Studio Ghibli was capable of doing.
Oh, it's a Ghibli film?
Yeah, I did not think they were capable of doing that level of malevolence in their characters. Like, I know we've had bad or evil characters before in Studio Ghibli films, but they weren't really all that bad. They had like fucked up motives, but the lady, the one that runs Irontown in Princess Mononoke, she's straight up fucking evil. She wants
that's
to kill
how
the
you
forest god so she can control the goddamn forest. End of story.
Oh,
Like, that's it. She is that, and she kills everybody that comes near her establishment. The shogunate are running rampant, and you got this guy who's trying to live in peace, but his
don't touch my shit. Blam.
dude, yeah. And we got a pig that runs rampant because he's cursed, and then curses this other guy who has to go find the source of the curse. Fucking giant wolves, people being beheaded. A guy that grows so strong because of his curse, he fires an arrow and rips the bottom half of the guy's arms off. Like, it's
Wait, doesn't that
nuts.
revolve around a pig pilot? Isn't that what the whole point of it is?
No, that's
No,
another one.
okay, I'm thinking of something different.
Yeah.
Another Studio Ghibli. Sorry, I just go back to that TikTok edit where it's like, I told you before, I'm a pig, not a fascist. Then he just breaks into a Red Hot Chili Pepper song.
Yeah. Porco Rosso. That's the other one you're thinking of.
Yeah, I need to. All right, what is that called again? I'm gonna put it in my notes. That's
Porco
I mean,
Rosso.
that sound, with Studio Ghibli, it's very hard because for me, I have to get past the art style.
It's very
like-
cutesy.
I understand that. I get it. The real cutesy art is hard for me to watch.
I think you
'Cause
should
it
watch
just feels
Princess
like I'm-
Mononoke.
Huh?
I think you should watch Princess Mononoke.
Look, dude, I've already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from the last episode. So like, I mean, let me remind you, my first one on this list is Your Lie in April. Okay.
Oh
So-
no, yeah,
So-
that's gonna be hard for you. But anyways, Princess Mononoke just changed the way I saw the way I saw films. Honestly, I love the pacing. I loved the characters. I love how kindness is rewarded in this world. How certain things are done. Honestly, the violence in it is honestly what kept me in it, because I did, like I said, I just kept saying, like, I didn't expect Studio Ghibli to be capable of that. You know, like, holy shit.
especially watching some of his other films, and then kind of
Pongo.
comparing it to something like that. The way that you're explaining it, it's kind of like, wow, so you can write weird shit. Instead of
So, you know, like
cutesy
Howl's Moving Castle, Pongo, fucking Porco
Neighbor
Rosso, huh?
Isn't it My Best Friend Totoro or My Neighbor
My best
Totoro?
friend, my neighbor Totoro. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, like stuff like that, and you're just like, oh, so you can write weird shit. My favorite thing is when people always compare him to Junji Ito because he makes these happy films, but he's such a depressed ass. And then you have Junji Ito, who's like, life is beautiful and everything is amazing, writes the most horrific shit known to man.
dude. Yes. The interviews we've had with the Studio Ghibli head and with Junji Ito, are so stark fucking different, and it drives me nuts every time I think about it. Because you have that one picture of like the guy from Studio Ghibli sitting there fucking smoking a cigarette, looking at a cat, and he's like, "That's the fucking life I want." Motherfucker doesn't give a shit about anything.
He doesn't pay any bills.
He doesn't pay any bills. He sleeps when he wants to. That's the life I want. By the way, anime should have never existed. I like that cat. It's like, bro, you okay? Like, you good?
And then Junji Ito's like, "What's your favorite cartoon?" "Oh yeah, probably something nice and cutesy." What's your new manga about?" "Oh yeah, this girl killed her whole town and now she just lives with the psychological trauma of every person she ever knew haunting her."
Yeah, what's your favorite cartoon? Dora the Explorer.
"What do you smoke?" "Nothing. I've been drug free."
Been sober my whole life.
"Oh, not even no alcohol has touched these lips." "Something's wrong with you, but I like it."
There you are.
"Something's wrong with you, but I like it."
I don't usually say this, but you're a fucking psycho.
It's like that Family Guy cutaway. Scary stuff, scary stuff, scary stuff, ding. Scary stuff, scary stuff, scary stuff, ding.
That's it. Yeah. Like, what's your favorite cartoon, Betty Boop? Huh? Huh?
You wrote a manga about a kid who eats nails and then kills his family members in their sleep. Huh?
Yeah. You
What
wrote
is the contrast? I don't know. It just came to me in a dream. I don't know.
Thought about it one day. You get somebody lock him up. There's
Somebody
there's
take
not
away,
normal. Then there's not
take away his
fucking normal.
fucking bed.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So,
Ooh,
what
perfect
about you?
transition into weird ass mangakas because we're in the top 5 now, folks. So if you want to see my enjoyment of the manga industry, this is where it starts. Number 5, Chainsaw Man. If we want to talk about weird mangakas, let's start off with Fujito. Now, you might ask, why is he weird? Well, he's weird because this motherfucker has tried to levitate, eat his dead goldfish, and then this happened a while ago, based one of everybody's most favorite heroine. Is that the female one?
Yes.
Based a female villain in Chainsaw Man off of a BDSM porn actress. Raise. Everybody threw a fit, and it's like, if you've read this man's other stories, it makes sense. But explaining why Chainsaw Man is one of my favorites, I love that Denji is just a 17-year-old because you don't forget that he is. Where a lot of other stories, when it comes to having the children as the main protagonists, they go through so much horrible shit, and you're like, wow, they're handling this like Crybaby, like my constant criticism of My Hero Academia, which you had to explain to me, where I was like, Deku just cries so fucking much. And then you have Chainsaw Man, who, his first motivation and the entire story arc was, I just want to touch boobs. That's it. That is arc 1 in a nutshell. That is why he does what he does. But the way it's wrote is everybody else has these motivations that keep them going. Akiyama wants to avenge his family from the gun devil. You have Power, who wants to be the most powerful devil to exist. And she knows it. Like she blatantly, I am the most powerful devil and y'all are shit. And Makima, who wants Chainsaw Man's heart. I'm not going to talk about the ending because that still pisses me off to this day. This last arc made no sense. And for people who are Act 2 defenders, get the cock out your mouth. It wasn't that good. Okay. Fujimoto was obviously done with part 2 because he did an interview where he said, I love The Big Lebowski, because somebody was asking about the ending of Act 2 and Chainsaw Man. And he said, I love The Big Lebowski. There was no point to the plot. There was no definite ending. A whole lot of plot lines didn't get resolved, but there was some character growth, and it was a nice story. And that's how I want Chainsaw Man to end. That's how it ended. We got what we got told. Like
he told you what he was going to do. Why are you surprised he did what he said he was going to do?
That part, but it's nice to not need to be reminded. that he is 17, so he just wants to be a kid with a normal life. But then you got to read Act 2 to kind of get the weird part, and it's the way it is wrote. I love it. It's not too complicated. You don't need like a college degree in media literacy to understand the whole plot of Chainsaw Man.
Right.
But you kind of need somewhat of it, but enough to be like,
you
oh
need
yeah,
to be able to
that makes sense.
understand when somebody's telling a story.
Yeah, and that's all it is, and it's nice. It's a nice, violent, funny story.
Okay. Yeah, I can dig that.
Yeah, number 5, Chainsaw Man.
Number 4 for me, Hellsing Ultimate.
Ooh, Hellsing. I didn't expect to see that on the list.
Oh, I love Hellsing. I love Hellsing. Because there's ways to do overpowered OCs or overpowered characters. There's ways to do it. Like, Goku is a bad way to do an overpowered character.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
There's several examples that are bad ways to do overpowered characters. Hellsing is not one of them. Hellsing is so good. It's deliciously good. And the way Alucard interacts with his world, and there's even a scene that I have held on to for years because it's the only one that used this phrase from one of the original vampire stories, and that is when not Stoker, Helsing himself, Baron von Helsing, is walking down Dracula, mocking him, saying, "Your armies are dead. Your kingdom has fallen. What have you now, oh no life king?" And I was like, "Oh no life king, I love that. Oh my god, I'm in love with that." And
There's
so much so that I've been searching for a pendant online because my original one broke finally after years of wearing it, and just because of that little saying,
Nice.
got myself a solid steel. It's a skull with a crown on it.
Ooh. Nice. I like that.
I was like, oh, like I saw this and that was the first thing I thought, oh no, Life King. And I was like, oh my god. Hellsing is the perfect way to do an overpowered villain or overpowered character. Overpowered and just violent and horrible and beautiful, and I love it all because if you watch Hellsing Ultimate fucking the Team 4-star version, it gets even funnier and more violent and weirder and awesome.
I've watched one episode of Hellsing, and then I watched the Hellsing Abridged by Team 4-star, and that's it. I might have to actually watch the show.
You watch it; it's wonderful, and it's short too. It's not a lot of episodes, so you get a whole lot into like a very little. And it like Hellsing Ultimate, not Hellsing Ultimate, very much follows the manga. It's almost a page for page recreation, including some of the wackiness.
I can rock with that. I like that. I like the page to page.
And if you guys have heard it before, and the internet has become a meme, and it came from Hellsing. Bitches love cannons. Yeah. Now get this bitch a cannon. Bitches love cannons.
Oh man, I wish Team 4-star would do more. Last thing they did was Sailor Moon.
Oh wow.
It's good. It's actually, I didn't have high hopes, and I wish I did because they got blown out the water.
You're
pretty hungry. I'm in college. I could give it the old college try.
I tried to show my son Dragon Ball Z Abridged, and he didn't like it.
Yeah.
I know.
What? Come on, man. What do you mean he didn't like it?
He didn't like it. He
Did you
thought
start
the
from
humor
episode
was,
1?
Yeah.
Okay, to be incredibly fair, that was like 2011, 2012.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's very dated humor. I'm aware.
Yeah, because I remember I was in high school watching that. So yeah.
All right, so next one for you.
Well, since we're talking about overpowered characters, I'd like to bring my little hat into the ring, and I will do this just once, and I'm only going to do it just once while I talk about this. Mm-hmm. My number 4 is Bobobo. That is number 4 on my list. Now, that one, a lot of people has claimed it is too goofy, it is too dumb, it makes no sense.
It doesn't.
But that's why I love it.
And that's why it's awesome.
In a gigantic sea of stories that are so dark and bleak and depressing, and characters die and it hurts you right in the nuts. You have Bobobo, who takes all of the primary Shonen Jump
Tropes.
and just shits on them. Just takes the knob of tropes and punches that motherfucker up to 20 when it's been at 10 for like a couple of years. Like the overtelling of the backstories, the over explanation of using all the kajis to explain a title, and there's only 3, but it's this long title.
That's probably my second favorite gag.
Is the having the overlong title and it's just one kanji.
Yeah.
And that's why I loved it because I watched in the English dub, because some of the jokes land a little better.
They do.
Like the kanji joke, because in Japanese you're kind of like, do you think that would make sense? But then you hear it in English, and even Lady says it, and she's like, that's way too long for that one single character. Some of the jokes just land better. The fact that the main character uses nose hair to fight, and he always winds up on top. It's the goofy, small little things, and it's the tiny callbacks that I absolutely love the show. To me, that is what peak comedy is.
I think my favorite part of Bobobo is it's just the idea that they actually hang a lantern on it. You know what I mean? Like when somebody wins and everybody's like, how did he win? Like when the main character actually wins the fight, and you know they're like, by all metrics, he should have lost. What the fuck just happened? And everybody's just like, shut up.
How did he win this? What?
Huh?
He won that fight. Yeah.
Yeah.
We gonna talk about it? No.
No.
See that duck? Yeah. What about it? It's a cool duck, ain't it? Yeah.
No,
let's focus on that.
No, you went too far. You went too short with it. And see that duck? Yeah. What about it? Here's its backstory.
Here's its entire backstory. Now, I do like the manga a lot more than the anime, because obviously some of the jokes had to be cut because of censorship and everything.
Yeah, of course.
But beyond that, it's great. It's, in my mind, what comedy should be. Like, doesn't rely too much on the serious story plot. It more relies on the gags. And that's, in my brain, what comedy should be. Is focusing more on the jokes than the story.
Very much One Punch Man.
I was like, whoa.
No, very much One Punch Man. You know, like the gag is the story. You know what I mean?
So let me little tangents. I know we are pushing hard today. We're gonna be running hot. I do like that Gear 5 is Toon Force, and then it hit me. I'm like, well, that took me 2 years to realize he's a rubber man. Toon Force, rubber hose animation. And I stood in front of my apartment door for a solid 2 minutes and just stared at it. So I was like, it should not have taken me this long to figure that out.
Even I figured that out.
Huh?
Even I figured that out. I'm not a gigantic One Piece person.
Yeah. That's why I had to stand there and contemplate my entire existence for a solid 2 minutes.
All right. Moving up for number 3 for me. Again, an anime that was made with the utmost of care for so many details and the way the story's told, the physics in the anime, the way that everything is presented to you, even the middle part where it kind of drags for a backstory is still fucking amazing, because you're just looking at it going like, oh, and that is Jinro, the Wolf Brigade. That anime is dark, and oh my god, is it wonderful. It is one of my favorites, has been for years. In fact, when I was playing Helldivers, almost every Helldiver weeb on the planet has begged Helldivers to make us the Jinro wolf armor.
Really?
Because it's the perfect setting for that. And
let me take a little look-see while you're talking about this.
Oh yeah. Jinro, Jin-ROH.
Oh, I fucked that up. Okay. GI dash.
JIN.
Oh, GI. Damn it! I just found the dash key too, son of a bitch.
We'll get there.
Okay. Oh, nope. There we go. Cool. Thank you, Google, for not making me do more.
Yeah, Jinro the Wolf Brigade.
Fuck it. That's how it works. You know what I'm trying to say. Shut up. Oh, yeah. Okay. That kind of looks like, what am I thinking about? The armor from Fallout New Vegas.
Ranger armor.
Yeah, the Ranger armor. Gives me the Ranger armor from Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah, but it's just, oh. And that anime is so good, too. And it has like, that anime is so poignant, all right? DJ, one of our former hosts, almost cried at the end.
Oh.
Now, mind you, DJ is one of those people that prides himself on never crying for anything. And he almost cried right at the end.
I'd have recorded that. I'd have just had it, like, just have that in your pocket. Just like, haha. So
no, he did it when he was alone. But he was at least man enough to admit it, you know?
Okay, you know what? Never mind. Scrap that whole thing.
But yeah, Jinro, if you want to talk about uprisings, this is the anime to watch.
Well, I got it on the list, man. My ever
expanding list,
ever growing list.
And there is, and like the anime itself is actually really serious. It does deal with government overreach, and it does deal with PTSD, and it deals with what should be the limit of government violence, and it deals with espionage, and it deals with something that was actually a thing in the Chinese Revolution, or it might have been the Chinese Revolution, it might have been the Japanese Revolution, not quite sure, called Lolita Bombers.
It was a revolution. That's all I know.
Yeah, it was a revolution in Eastern Asia, but they were called Lolita.
That's what I've heard about is the Lolita Bombers.
Lolita Bombers are a thing. It's when young women were strapped with C4 or grenades or mines, and because they were young women or children, they would run into ranks and then explode.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Can only assume that one is serious as well, because holy shit.
Yeah. So, Jinro the Wolf Brigade.
Again, that one's on the list.
Yeah, and trust me, once you see some of the scenes from it, you'll understand what I mean by the physics. Like, because there's man, you know what? After the show, I'll show you one scene, and you can kind of put together what I'm talking about.
That.
All right. What about you?
All right.
What is
we're
number?
going to number 3. This one is a spinoff of a very classic manga that most people called the manliest manga to ever exist. Couldn't tell you what the name is off the top of my head. Where one of the main characters would constantly yell, "I am da 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 da. I am the vice principal of da 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 high school." That was it. That was the gag.
I remember,
that was. Yeah. Yep. So this is a spin-off of that. It deals with some of the characters making appearances. It is called Sora Yori Takaku, and it deals with the son of the devil trying to find his dad a new wife. It is the most nonsensical, vulgar, off-the-wall manga I have ever read, and it has held a special place in my heart because it does not hide the fact that it wants to be this vulgar piece of media. Like, it doesn't hide it. It doesn't try to be like, no, we're not this. We just have some scenes. Like, no, it's here. What do you mean? What do you mean it's bad to throw somebody by their pubes? I can't do. It's like, what do you mean I can't throw somebody by their pubes? I can't do that. Well, I'm going to do it anyways. Have fun.
Right.
I was extremely weirded out. One of the major arcs is this guy has and I'm trying to word this in a way to where YouTube won't look at me like I'm crazy. He had a collar around somewhere where a collar shouldn't be. And the whole point of the arc was to try and get it off while trying to stop a general from blowing up a press company he was working for while making a Playboy knockoff.
Jeez.
That is a combination of words I never thought I would have to make in my life explaining something, but here I am. And then, so I read this and I thought, wow, I've read some pretty off the wall shit. Like I've read some pretty vulgar stuff in my day. So I looked it up where this was published. Because
there you go.
we're gonna,
Hey, you're back.
okay. Okay. So obviously, like, the Shonens, the Vizes, all those. So I looked to where this was published because I'm like, no way they would pick this up and still just let it be like this. Yeah, no, Playboy publicized it. This was a weekly thing. And I was like, oh, that makes so much more sense. Like reading this entire thing, that everything in that just makes more sense.
Right, just that sentence alone makes more sense.
Yeah, but when it comes to stories that are like that, I will read it more if it's unapologetically itself. And it definitely follows that trail of, I'm going to write how I want to write. I'm going to do what I want to do. And if you don't like it, there's other media to go read. Go do it. But I will keep doing my thing. And I think that's why Gantz also holds a place in my heart as well.
Oh, yeah.
Because I love when it's just unapologetically, this is how the story is wrote. This is how I wanted it. I'm not going to change it because somebody doesn't like it. If
It's
you don't like
unapologetically weird, yeah.
Yeah, and I love that. I love the authenticity that it brings. So yeah, it has an actual name. I just call it Sora because I'm lazy. And also I slaughter names a lot. So yeah, it's Sora Yori Takaku.
I'll take a look at it later. Number 2 for me, something you watched recently, Samurai X. Samurai X, Trust and Betrayal.
That was beautiful. That was awesome. That's why when I switched to the anime, I was like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
What the hell? What the hell? Because like it was dark and brooding. Samurai X was dark and brooding and had very evil themes to it. And then you get to Samurai X and it's like, we just met. Who are you? Kind of things like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it caused the whole generation to go ora ora instead of ara ara. Yeah. Yeah, but Samurai X Trust and Betrayal once again just inspired me because of how artful it was, how beautiful it was, how they found art in violence, like a way to make a scene where a scene where a guy is flying through the air and then gets cut in half. They found a way to make that scene sad. Because Tomo,
like, oh, blood. Like,
yeah, Tomo gets sprayed with just this massive amount of blood. And she looks at him and she's like, "You made the sky bleed," and you're just like, "Oh, you weren't supposed to see that."
I needed a strong drink and a cigarette after watching that.
Yeah,
not because it was sad, but it was just a lot on the soul to watch. That's
really harsh on you. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like I said, it wasn't depressing. It wasn't sad. It was just one of those like, ooh, my chest is heavy. I need to breathe. I need to go out and get some fresh air. Yeah. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them that are like that.
All right, you number 2.
You're gonna laugh at me at this one, but this one has held a special place in my heart over Pokemon. That would be Digimon. Digimon Digital Monsters will forever be my favorite creature capture type of anime. Why? Because I just thought Digimon were cooler. I liked that they could talk. I liked the evolutions. They look so much cooler than what Pokemon's ever were. And my favorite thing has always been the flow chart of Pokemon evolutions to Digimon evolutions.
Right.
It goes dog, bigger dog, biggest dog. Digimon, yellow blob, dinosaur, gigantic raptor, T-Rex with a bazooka on its head.
Yeah.
So if you ever want to think of what a Digimon evolution is, Just take a creature, put a gun on it,
But you make it a refrigerator.
boom. It
Plus, they had
one of the-
souls and they could die.
yeah,
That
it
was
felt.
so much more than.
And one of my memories from Digimon was when I was a little kid, little Gibby growing up in the trailer back in the day. I remember watching the Digimon movie and watching Ty's younger brother blow the whistle because he doesn't know what to do, but he knows that if he blows that whistle, Agumon will come save him. And then Agumon pops out, digivolves, and then fights the big bad. And you're just like, goddamn right, he saved the town. It was great. It's to me, it holds more of a nostalgia, and I feel like with Digimon, the nostalgia is earned.
I think a lot of what Digimon did was, honestly, it was kind of revolutionary in a weird way. And I do also like the idea that it pulled no punches. Like I said, they have souls; they can die. You know what I mean? Like they have.
Oh no, my Pikachu got knocked out. Let's take him to a Poke Station and have him revived. Agumon's dead. Oh, we can bring him back. Oh, he's dead.
He's gone.
We might get an egg. What do you mean?
Maybe.
See that egg right there? That might be him. What could it be? Ain't
Probably
seen
not
one yet.
though. Yeah.
So we're kind of hoping and praying here because he's the main Digimon of this whole series.
Yep.
And my favorite thing is always it's a small little note, but I love it. It's that every single creature ended with a mon. Agumon, Greymon, Beetlemon, Raymon.
Big Titty-mon.
Yeah. And
Thick Latinamon.
that's Digimon. That's how it is.
Chunky McCockmon.
But us, we never. That's, the thing is that Pokemon fans question Pokemon all the time
Yeah.
about the evolutions, about how things are working, about different type of Pokeballs, or why it's called this. Digimon fans are just like, oh, we got something new? Fucking bet. Awesome. Because with the new game that just came out, I think it was Digimon Time Stranger, I think it was. That was the last one that came out last year. And everybody was just like, I'm just happy to have new stuff. Like, you
Right.
Pokemon fans are spoiled.
Right? They get one every year. These Digimon people are like, oh, fuck, wait, hold on. It's been 10 years. Thanks for the new update.
Yeah.
Frick.
Digimon fans are like, Oliver Twist out here. Please, sir, may I have another?
More.
May I have an anime or even a new manga? I don't give a fuck at this point. Just something.
Right.
Something to quench my bond thirst.
Right. So, number one for me.
Oh, we're in the big one. The biggest one. I want to make a guess on what number one could be.
Of course you're going to get it right. What is it?
Cowboy Bebop.
You know what? No.
Ah, fuck, really?
Mhm.
All right, well, that was my only heavy hitter, so go on. So proceed.
Ghosts in the Shell.
Ah, fuck, you know what? Yeah, that should have guessed that one.
Cowboy Bebop for me has become more of a just part of my identity. I don't even weirdly consider it like separate media from everything else. Like, it's just part of who I am. I mean, I got the fucking ship tattooed on me. You know what I
that's
mean? Like it's just part of who I am, and the way I see things and write things. It's just part of who I am. So it's hard for me to even separate it from me to look at it at objective levels.
You can
No.
tell that Fascination Street. I'll tell you that. Reading Fascination Street or listening to it, you can definitely hear it.
You hear that? What, like the way I write things?
Yeah, that Cowboy Bebop is an influence,
Oh yeah,
especially the way that what's the main character? Shit.
Damon.
Yeah. I just that all I hear is Spike when I listen to him talk. Because then when you get the little kid also in Fascination Street, all I seen was Ed. So like the influences are there and heavy.
Yeah. So I take a lot from Cowboy Bebop, but I don't like I said, it's just part of who I am. So I don't even count it outside of my like zeitgeist. But Ghost in the Shell was the first one that I can't say got me into dystopian or cyberpunk or even like that kind of media. That came long before. That came with Blade Runner. That came with Marathon Man, shit like that. All Star Wars. You know what I mean? Like all the sci-fi cyberpunk shit that existed way before that. But for me, this was perfect. This was a perfect piece of media for me. It gave us the world. The world felt lived in. It didn't feel like a usual anime where it's like pretty and painted or cheap and mass produced. Like this world felt real. This world felt like you could go visit there. You know what I
Has
mean?
stakes to it.
Yeah, it had weight. Like like there's some scenes like when you swear you could smell it. You know what I mean? Like when they're going through the back alleyway picking up the trash, you're like, I know exactly what that place smells like.
Or going through the market, I'm just like, oh, there's a lot of smells that are assaulting your nose right now.
Right?
I know it stinks.
Yeah, you know when they're standing in the water at the end of that fight, you know what that cascade of cold like pond water is on you. Like so much of it was so sensory because it was so perfectly done.
There had to be a guy smoking a cigarette watching that fight, just like, huh? $5 on her.
Fucking dude, that 3-piece plus that roundhouse kick that she fed him, bro. Like it was fucking amazing.
There's a guy on the bridge. Yeah. What'd you think of the big guy? I got money on him.
Right? It's like just huh.
What do you think about the small one? You think he's got a chance in this?
Nah.
Yeah, I kind of figured, but had to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Nah.
What did he say? Did he say something about not knowing a name? Like I can see I can see the fight, but I just can't hear a fucking word they're saying.
Just walk away before they think we have something to do with it.
Just walk away before you throw something this way.
You
All of
know?
a sudden, we got to pay somebody's insurance on their Ultima.
Fucking hell, dude. So that was it. Because for me it was a perfect piece of media. Those so rarely exist because, you have things that have become part of my zeitgeist that I rarely even think of outside of like my little world, like Perfect Blue. Like when we were writing Persona Mortis, some of Perfect Blue came out. You know what I mean? Like the mirror scenes and stuff like that.
It did?
Yeah.
No shit, huh? I have to re-listen to that because like I didn't see that one. And then again,
I can point to the scene. Maybe you'll remember it. The hotel scene with the shower and the mirror.
Yep. Okay. Yep. God, I'm still so proud of that fucking hotel room fight.
That was good.
I am so proud of that because it had to be there's silver in the mirror because in every fight scene, for some reason, they always wind up not being caught by stuff. Like if you have a gigantic wolf or gigantic lion in a tiny fucking motel room, they shouldn't be able to just swing freely. They need to be caught on something like basic physics. It's how it works.
That was well written. I did love it. Yeah.
Oh my. Okay, but yeah, I see the Perfect Blue influence on that now. Now that I sit and think about it. Speaking of which, I need to start on season 3, but we'll talk about that later.
Oh well, because we do this every week, and I rarely, we're busy boys, but I have received a lot of feedback from Persona Mortis. There was one disappointment, and that it ended. They wanted another episode.
Well, lucky for you guys, I said I'm gonna do one more season, so that's really all I'm gonna end it at. This is like I don't want to drag it out. I don't want to make more and try and have to push a story that I can't think of an ending to. So Persona Mortis 3 will get a season 3, and that will be the last season. That's it.
For now.
No.
For now.
It's not. No, it's not gonna be. It's not.
I'll beat him up to get more Persona Mortis.
Oh,
folks.
bring it
Don't
on.
worry.
Bring it on. But no, what I will say is Persona Mortis as a whole story will be done after 3 seasons. Now, including them into other shows and stuff, like sneaking them in or doing cameos and stuff, that I am A-okay with. But as a whole story in its own, after season 3, done. Funny.
Until season 4 comes out.
Anyways,
what's your number 1?
All right, let's see. Let you take a wild shot. Ooh, I can see the gears turning. I can see the smoke is starting. You can make a campfire with the heat that are running off the gears in his brain right now.
Because you're so eclectic and you're so new, so it's like kind of hard to pin.
Kind of sounds like the first time learning how to drive a manual and you don't know how to put it in
I
gear
still can't
correctly.
drive a manual.
Oh, neither can I. I didn't even learn. I said I did it once down a dirt road and I was like, fuck this, never again.
Bible Black.
Gross. You know, and it's funny you say, like, was that a serious guess? Like, was that your serious guess?
No,
Okay.
I can't even fathom what your number one is, but I wanted at least
Really?
your reaction.
Really? You can't guess what number one is? And it makes me laugh that you say that I'm so new because my favorite, it comes from the 80s.
I'm listening.
The good old tried and true, whenever I think of shonen, this is the first one that comes to my brain. Kinnikuman. Kinnikuman is my number one.
I should have guessed that.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of like
I should
the
have guessed
really-
that, yeah.
Yeah, no. Kinnikuman is number one. When I think of a perfect combination of story, comedy, character building.
Hi, Wanda. Welcome to the show. No, I cannot. I may be effeminate in some ways, but I don't drive stick.
Threw me right off my train. So okay, so when it comes to a perfect combination of like not a super deep story, but the story is there and it's nice to read.
Yeah.
It also has the gags. Like the whole first arc of the story is Kinnikuman just fighting kaijus. Like he can grow, fight kaijus. He has a monster of the week, and he has 3 villains that are trying to stop him. And then it turned into pro wrestling, and that's where it's been
Ever
for
since.
the last 40 years. That's all it's been. It's still going, by the way.
Mhm.
Like it's on chapter like 932. But for me, that was also my introduction to anime, was Ultimate Muscle, which was his son, Kid Muscle. That was on 4Kids TV.
Well, you've been here for an hour and a half, my love, and I understand that. However, this is the
Didn't hear
first time
shit
you.
the entire show. So
This is the
it's
first
like-
time you typed something, so I'm going to say it.
Exactly. Unless you said something very beginning, irrelevant. but like that was my introduction to anime, was Ultimate Muscle. Like I have I have both theme songs on on my personal Spotify playlist. It's a nice shonen manga and anime for me that really encapsulates how I want a story structure to happen. Like not divert itself anyway. Like I want it to be this way, and it's not too dark at some points. I mean, they even wrestle Satan, and it still doesn't get
It doesn't
too
get
depressing
weird.
and dark. Yeah,
It doesn't get weird at all. It's more of a South Park episode than anything else. I know that episode.
and that's what I need. That's all I need from a good story, and it just that combined with Bobobo, I would like to personally put as that is how my humor is a mixture of Bobobo and Kinnikuman. That is my humor rolled into one.
Well, I love it. I think our lists are very comprehensive, and I think our lists surprised a lot of people. Because I mean, there's stuff on my list that everybody's gonna be like, yeah, of course, but there's stuff on my list that it's definitely not going to be found in the mainstream of anime. And I'm okay with that because I'm weird. I delve deep into these kinds of things. So let's do a quick recap. Just name from 10 to 1. I'll go first, and then we'll sign off. So our top 10s, for the record, if you don't want to go back and watch the last episode,
Go watch the last episode so you can hear why we love them, you fucking nerds.
we do give the reasons. Trigun, Vampire Hunter D, Perfect Blue, Blood, Macross Plus, Princess Mononoke, Hellsing Ultimate, Jinro the Wolf Brigade, Samurai X, and Ghost in the Shell. Those are my top 10.
All right, and my top 10 are Gantz, Parasite, Smoking Behind a Convenience Store, Doro Hidoro, One Piece, Chainsaw Man, Bobobo, Sori Yori Takaku, Digimon, and Kinnikuman.
So yeah, it's no wonder that when we write stories for Dark Charm Media, available on all streaming platforms, wherever you get your podcasts, there is a wonderful divergence of not only humor but storytelling, and these are some of the stuff that make up, how we tell stories.
Honestly, like if you look at our lists, and then you go back and listen to stuff that we've been part of writing, and you're just like, yeah, I see it. I get it. I get it now.
Yeah.
Like for me, it has to be the death, and then I'm like, well, why am I so heavy on it? And then I see stuff like Gantz or Chainsaw Man, and I'm like, oh, that's why, because I want death to mean something.
Yeah, it has to mean something. And in so many animes, it just fucking doesn't.
It's my problem with a lot of media. Death don't mean shit. Like they don't make death have weight to it. I mean, in Parasite, the end of the first arc, his mom gets cut right in half.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is the ending of the arc. So yes, I would like loss to mean something. Now I would like to include an honorable mention, which is Goodnight Pun Pun. Just a little small honorable mention.
Oh
there.
no, yeah.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that
Yeah.
one is that one. You're gonna need a carton and a bottle after you finish it, because it's sad. It's sad. But all right, I think we've hit way over our time slot.
Way
here.
over our time. Do the sign off.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have been with us for 1 minute, 10 minutes, or the entire thing, we greatly appreciate you being here. As always, I am one half of the dynamic duo, Gibby, and beside me is the big Spaniard, Dead Man himself. If you like listening to us talk, but don't want to actually listen to us be part of stories, go check out Dark Charm Media. You can listen to Dark Charm Media anywhere podcasts are played. Now you might ask, well, what did you two losers write that would make me want to go listen to it? Well, I have wrote Persona Mortis. That is my show that I just made, and the last episode of the newest season came out last week. Go check it out, listen to it. I appreciate all the feedback that I've heard. I'm glad people are enjoying it as much as I enjoyed being a part of writing it. Dead Man here obviously has a lot more writing credentials than I do. You have Fascination Street, Fun with Dirt.
Dark Charm presents.
Dark Charm presents The Writer's Room, Night of the Chickens. There are so many stories that you could listen to. You probably should go listen to it. Now, as always, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being here. We really appreciate you listening to us. Tell your friends about us. Tell your family about us. Go even tell your neighbor's dog about us. He might bark to the top of the moon about our existence. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it is getting hot outside. We are coming into halfway through the year. So you know what that means. It's going to get hot. It's going to get muggy. It's going to get a little stanky outside. So for the love of God, please, for everybody's nostrils,